So before we get into this video, I'd just like to say a special mention to Rob Shadow Racing on YouTube. And I think you should all subscribe to him because he makes some really good content. I particularly like his series on good seasons and bad seasons that you may not have thought of, such as Mark Webber's 2003 season for Jaguar. I never thought about that. Or Paul di Resta's 2013 season. So go check him out. I'll leave his channel link in the description below. Anyways, let's get on with it. Well, we're finally in car launch season, and today McLaren were the first team to launch their 2021 Formula 1 car, the McLaren MCL35M. M being Mercedes, I presume, because this year will be McLaren's first season with Mercedes power since 2014. And with the arrival of Daniel Ricciardo to the team, a 7-time Grand Prix winner, and the driver has proved himself to be definitely World Championship quality, obviously there's a lot of expectation, a lot of anticipation, and a lot of hype. Now, I'm going to be talking about really the whole launch and the car, what I thought of the launch, what I thought of the car delivery and all that stuff. And it's going to be a bit of a rambly video because I have mixed emotions, mostly negative to be honest. But anyone who enjoyed it, firstly, fantastic. I'm glad people enjoyed it, but I'm just going to give you my own opinions on what I thought about this. So if you remembered last year's McLaren launch, for me that was the best one because it was literally, they started off with a short 2-minute video or something like that, and then the car launched. Like, we barely had any time wasted. I think McLaren did great. They said they were going to reveal the car at a particular time, and they revealed it at that time. So the fans didn't spend forever saying, where is the car? Why is the car not being launched yet? What the hell is going on here? This is ridiculous. So I was really happy with how McLaren launched their car last year. But this year, unfortunately, despite me expecting the same thing to happen, stupid me, they spent a whole half an hour doing random stuff that you would not expect from a car launch. And then finally, half an hour in, they revealed the car. And that was probably the most disappointing part of the whole reveal. But let me fill you in with what they did for the first half an hour. So really, they started off with a short clip, kind of a historical clip with McLaren's first Papaya from car, which I thought was quite cool, a bit of heritage footage, you know, kind of reminding people that McLaren is the team with the orange car. Orange really is their color now. For years, they didn't really use it. They had the Marlboro livery, then they had the West livery, then they had the Vodafone livery, so they didn't really use orange, but now they can use it because they don't have a title sponsor. So it is now part of their brand identity, and they revealed a new logo which has the speed mark thing in orange. So that really is a part of their identity now. So bright colours and a team with a bright atmosphere, unlike the Ron Dennis era, particularly the last few years where it seemed quite frosty and quite cold and lacking enthusiasm and motivation. And it's great to see Andreas Seidel, Zach Brown really pushing the team forwards. So, as I said, for the first 30 minutes, really it was just interviews. Apart after that that heritage kind of video they put, it was Natalie Pinkham introducing the whole event, and then it was Lando having an interview first, then Daniel having an interview afterwards, and then they brought I think the fans were on a wall, which was quite good to get the fans involved. You know, I'm sure some people probably received an invite to attend the car launch, and they had their face on the screen, and even if you got to ask some questions. Well, I guess the main part of this half an hour was Lando and Daniel going to a music studio to make some music. Now, watching this live was frustrating because obviously I was expecting the car to be announced 2 minutes in like it was last year. So that was my hope. But that didn't happen. So I was thinking, why am I seeing a music production in an F1 car launch? Seems a bit... it's not really relevant. I'm here for a car to be launched, not for two guys who can't sing and have no musical talent to play some music. Well, Lando did alright on the guitar. That was decent. So my initial watching it live, I was frustrated. I was watching it with a few real life IRL friends, and we all were like, "What the hell's going on? Why, we're wasting our life looking at this?" But watching it back, which I did before recording this video, I actually found it to be not too bad. Like, I think I would have enjoyed this feature a lot more if it was after the car. Like, launch the car and then do whatever the hell you want after. Like, do any interview you want, interview any random, interview bloody, Kim Kardashian or Justin Bieber, interview whoever you want after the launch. I don't care what happens after the launch, because really I'm here for the car. But honestly, watching it back, it was actually quite interesting. Like, seeing how the music was being made and seeing, them both playing on musical instruments. Obviously, the singing was quite bad. But hey, Daniel Ricciardo's rap verse I thought was quite good. But again, it's like, it's frustrating that all of this is before the launch. Like, most of us watching this event, probably 99% of us, are Formula One fans who want to see a car launch. Like, I would think it would have been better if they launched the car and then do that stuff after. I'm not saying don't do that stuff, because we got to see an insight into Lando and Daniel's relationship, which personally I don't think is going to be as meme-worthy and funny and all that stuff as some people think it will. In fact, I don't want to see that memey, jokey stuff. I want to see a fierce rivalry and, like a 2007 Spygate, all that stuff. Hamilton, Alonso fighting tooth and nail. That's what I want to see. If it's light-hearted stuff, it can be good in small doses, but really what I want to see is just a proper battle. So, the whole music thing happened, and then finally, half an hour in, after I believe Ricciardo got to see his mum and dad and his nephew or something like that, which was quite nice, because apparently I hadn't seen him in ages, so it's great for him to talk to them and all that. But then finally we get the car launch, and this is where I really felt quite underwhelmed. I felt like I was cheated of my time almost, because look, my expectations were low. Like, I've seen a lot of people on social media saying, "Oh, McLaren Mercedes back. Oh, Mercedes. It's going to be like the West McLaren Mercedes days or the Vodafone McLaren Mercedes days with the silver, black, chrome, red, all that stuff." Like, people were even suggesting, "Oh, there's definitely going to be some chrome or some grey on the car." And I was like, guys, McLaren is not a Mercedes works team anymore. Look, this t-shirt I'm wearing was when they were a works team in 2009. They're not anymore. Like, it's gonna be orange and blue. That is their brand now. That is their identity, and I'm sure it will be their identity for a very long time. I really do not expect this color palette to change, to be honest with you. Like, the orange and blue is just McLaren. Like, this is who they are now. Like, we just need to embrace that. Like, so I never expected any grey on the car, or any silver, or anything like that. So I was really surprised. Why are people really thinking this? So I expected an orange and blue car. What I also expected was them to change their design, because on Twitter, social media, they were showing little teaser images here and there. I was thinking, this looks slightly different. We might have a slightly different livery, same colors but different styling, and they were hyping up, they were building up, so that's what I was really hoping for. So when they actually launched the car and the livery was basically exactly the same as the 2020 livery, I was actually really disappointed, because I feel like the 2020 McLaren livery is quite polarizing and quite Marmite. Some people like it a lot, but I've seen people say it's better than the West livery or the Vodafone livery, which is perfectly fine, that's their opinion, they're entitled to do it. But I've also seen people, and I'm on this side, who think that it doesn't look that good. Like, 2019 looked way better, if you ask me, in terms of what is the best orange and blue livery of this hybrid era. For me, 2019 was the best, because it actually had a really funky, cool looking design. Like, with the blue triangles, I thought it looked really cool. So to see them stick with the 2020 livery, honestly, was really underwhelming, and I just felt like I wasted half an hour of my life that I just won't get back. So yeah, my expectations were low as well. Like, they were really low, like, but I was still disappointed. So in regards to how I think the car looks, because honestly I'm no aero expert. If you're coming here for aerodynamic technical, analysis, you're on the wrong channel. I'm not that person. But I was going to tell you something interesting. It looks like they have the same nose as last year's Mercedes, so they've copied that. So are we going to see a lot more teams looking like the 2019, 2020 Mercedes? I don't know, speculation. But yeah, in regards to literally the only difference between last year's McLaren and this McLaren was basically the nose, and that was it. There's a bit of blue on the nose, and it looks like a Mercedes nose. That was it. So yeah, ultimately quite disappointing. If I have to rate the livery, I'm probably gonna give it a 5 out of 10. It's bang average. It's not awful. It's not amazing. It's just not that great. Like for me, the 2019 livery is a solid 8. So for them to stick with the livery I thought was worse was actually quite disappointing. And I've seen some concept designs of McLaren liveries for this year by, I believe, Tim Holmes Design put out some concept liveries, and F1 actually reposted, and I thought, oh, that looked really cool. Like those actually look like proper cool designs. If McLaren had went with any of those, I would have thought, that looks really cool, and I actually wouldn't mind them sticking with that livery for quite a few years. So yeah, really my main annoyance with this whole launch was the fact that the livery was exactly the same and we waited half an hour for it. So yeah, but anyways, I hope McLaren has a great 2021, because as you can see, I am a McLaren fan. They're my favorite team, particularly when they had Mercedes power. That is my favorite era of the team. So yeah, I wish them all the best, and hopefully they can push forward and carry on with this forward momentum. They've been improving every year, with 4th place in 2019, 3rd place last year, now this year. Who knows what will happen, but they have probably a better engine in their car. But 2022 really is the talking point. How well are they going to do with these new regulations? Are they going to adapt to them, or are they going to falter? It's really anyone's guess. It's like 2009. Because 2008 was McLaren versus Ferrari, and it had been that way in 2007 as well. So, 2009, really the whole thing changed with Brawn, which used to be Honda, and Red Bull coming to the fore, and McLaren and Ferrari, the two powerhouses, moving the midfield place, which you usually don't see them. So, I still expect Mercedes to be the best car, but McLaren, I honestly have positive vibes, and I haven't felt that. Last year I felt them, but it was the first time in many years, and I really hope they push forward. But anyways, that is my views on a quite underwhelming McLaren launch and livery. And yeah, I'll see you next time for another livery video, launch video, whatever it is.